How are you all doing out there? It's Eric Bakker, the naturopath. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I was a bit foggy in the head there. Got a bit of brain fog. No, I haven't. And I'm not joking because I know a lot of people have got brain fog and it's bloomin' terrible. It's an awful thing to have. It's literally like you're walking around in a fog or a mist. Like some people describe it as a cotton wool feeling in the head, you know. Other people say I feel whacked or hungover, or like I've been on the sauce, you know, all weekend, you know. Sauce meaning, you know, drinking, all right? So what the hell is brain fog? Well, if you think about how the brain works, all right, there's a whole bunch of nerves in the brain. There's a lot of millions of brain cells, billions of brain cells, trillions, I don't know how many there are. And there are also chemicals called neurotransmitters that actually help to bridge the gap and make, okay, thoughts appear and occur. Well, not appear, thoughts don't appear, they occur, don't they? So what creates this fogginess? How can people sort of get all jammed up? Well, Candida creates many different types of toxins. We've discussed gliotoxin in the past, but also there's a chemical, an aldehyde called acetaldehyde is produced, right? So Candida helps to make this aldehyde really stand out and become quite prominent. Now people can break these aldehydes down, okay? The liver produces an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase that breaks aldehyde down, okay, that can work on it. But what happens, many people become overwhelmed by aldehyde. Now aldehydes, especially acetaldehyde, can be a bit of a neurotoxin. It can affect nerves. So if you've got two electrical wires and then you've got the electricity going between them, okay, like nerves, now the acetaldehyde can affect the ends of nerves or affect the nerves themselves, make them tingly, make them a bit numb, make them a bit dumb, okay, not function properly, so the messages are not getting across. It's probably like you've got a power cable going to your MacBook Pro, okay, but then Granddad decides to chuck the grand piano leg on top of the cable and squashes the bloody thing. Now all of a sudden you can't watch all of these memes that you've been enjoying on goodness knows where, so your computer's playing up. Now is the computer faulty? No, Granddad's faulty because he chucked that leg of that piano onto that cable. Right? Now similar things happen with Candida, but we're not throwing grand pianos around in the brain, okay? We're creating a system where the body's becoming overwhelmed by chemicals that the body can't break down adequately and discard. So if you get too much acetaldehyde building up in the body, it can also really start affecting, you know, the utilization of the body of a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, I believe it is. Acetylcholine is one of the most important chemicals used around your body, basically to make nerve impulses act upon muscles, and also to help the brain really work properly to make people think and understand things. So acetylcholine can be really affected by acetaldehyde. And the other thing that can occur is the production of vitamin B1 can start plummeting under the presence of acetaldehyde. Now B1 or thiamine is extremely important B vitamin for doing what I'm doing now, pretending I know something, okay? So talking about stuff, thinking, okay? Putting concepts in your mind, understanding things, rationalizing things, talking to your boss, okay? All this kind of stuff, talking to your partner. If that all gets muddled and jumbled and confused and you feel stoned or drunk, it can be Candida. Because I had a big problem in my 20s with acetaldehyde. I can remember, I felt stoned, I felt off my face the way my brain was functioning. And sometimes I was really even doubting what kind of person I was, if I was a human being or not. So you can get so confused sometimes that it's even difficult to drive a motor vehicle, okay, under the presence. Think last time when you were really drunk, like really drunk. Was it last week? Was it last month? Well, maybe not really drunk, but drunk. You had a bit of alcohol to drink and you felt a little bit sort of like wobbly and stoned and you couldn't think properly about things. And that's how some people are 24/7. I've seen cases of brain fog that bad where a person didn't know what reality was from, you know, things were real from not real. So you're getting into pretty dangerous water here. So I did a video recently also on auto brewery syndrome, where a person can actually brew alcohol in their gut. Okay, yeast can do that, and a person can actually have a blood alcohol level. That's a serious problem, okay? There are not many police officers would take you seriously if they pulled you over and they found you had a blood alcohol level and you told them you had Candida. They'd take you straight to the psychiatric office, you know. But we know now that syndrome exists. Okay, but that's a bit separate from what we've got here. Many people suffer from partial brain fog who go through Candida or transitional phases of Candida. But I've also seen this kind of syndrome brain fog occur with people who've got bacterial problems like SIBO. Okay, they can also seem to push brain fog up. So if you want to get rid of brain fog, the first thing you need to do is to do some comprehensive stool testing to see what's going on in there. Okay, check out the small bowel function, check out the large bowel function, look at the yeast levels you've got in the gut, look at the bacterial levels you've got in the gut. If you can tame the beast in here, you can often tame stuff happening up in here. All right, that's how I sort of see it. Now, what was the question again? Why does Candida cause brain fog? Candida causes brain fog mainly through the acetaldehyde pathway working on, neurons, in particular the brain. That's brain fog. Thanks for tuning in.